Hey everyone, 12 News meteorologist Stephen Matrigrano here with a Weather Now update for you. We're still in that pinpoint weather 12 alert for some strong winds to be making their way through later today, this afternoon and evening into tonight, and lasting into early Saturday morning. So we have the wind advisory issued across the entire area. Wind gusts as high as 50 miles per hour all across the board here for the afternoon and evening. Wind advisory means, again, those gusts up to 50 miles per hour sustained. The constant wind could be between about 20 and 30 miles per hour, especially during the evening hours. And watch out for some, flying debris and some loose branches and things like that may, end up falling and flying in the air. Many people will be out this evening trick-or-treating, so certainly want to be a little bit extra cautious with that in mind. And also watch out for any kind of loose, holiday decorations as well. Some, isolated outages are certainly possible as a result of this, as this area of wind moves on through as our storm exits. So something to keep in mind as we go forward here. So here are the current wind gusts, and this is about midday on our Friday, generally between about 20 and 30 miles per hour, seeing though some gusts higher than that towards the islands and towards the coastline between about 30 and 45 miles per hour. So those stronger wind gusts will be with us all throughout the day and into tonight. Temperatures in the 50s to near 60. Kind of a cool feel out there when you factor in that gusty wind. Satellite radar seeing some clouds tracking on in from the west, so we had a little bit of sunshine. Now we're looking at some more clouds building on in. And we should be primarily dry. Can't rule out a passing sprinkle with any of these clouds that move through. But for the most part, the heavier rain is done with. Here, of course, is Newport Harbor showing you that flag blowing in the wind. And a lot of white caps out there as well. Check out Narragansett. Now, this camera is really cool because you can see that the wave action. And those waves are actually larger from Melissa, which is now a post-tropical cyclone. It's moving well into the north in the Atlantic. And it's kind of, weakening and losing its, tropical entities, if you will, as it tracks away from us. So we'll still have the large waves into Saturday, but overall that system is, moving away. Lincoln showing you the cloud cover building on in, but at least the roads are dry now. We've seen the rain leave us this afternoon. Breezy, dry, very windy. That wind advisory goes into effect at 2 p.m. Stays that way all the way through the evening and right into tonight. Here's that wind gust forecast, and you can see, generally speaking, wind gusts up to about 50 miles per hour or so. Some of the islands could see those gusts a little bit higher than that, but for the most part, that should do it in terms of wind gusts, but still very strong. Trick-or-treating forecast, again, just be mindful of your surroundings, and when you hear that gust of wind, maybe look up and make sure that if you're walking under a tree that there's no branches kind of falling or cracking. So that's one of those things to keep in mind on a night like tonight. But certainly just be cautious of where you're going to be walking this evening. But the good news is the wind does taper down for Saturday and into Sunday. Much quieter weather for the weekend, and you can see that weekend forecast here. Of course, we set the clocks back 1 hour Sunday morning around 2 a.m., and you get that extra hour of sleep on Sunday. But that is a check of your updated Weather Now forecast. Thank you for tuning in, and enjoy your Friday.